There we go. Okay. So, our rules are, right, we're going to speak to one person at a time, and the game that we're playing requires you to do math in your head, which is kind of cool. So that means when you get the answer, you have to be pretty silent, because we don't want to give it away, right? We just put our thumbs up. When we get the right answer in our head, we don't scream it out. We don't say, oh, I know, I got it. We just go, thumbs up. And then as soon as everyone got it, we're going to realize that there's lots of different strategies that you can use in order to figure out the same problem, okay? So watch this. This is going to be an example of something that we're going to be doing. So I am going to put dots on a card, and I'm going to hold them up. And I want you guys to figure out how many dots are going to be on my card. But you don't have to go in the air and count. If you want to, you could, if it helps you. But you're going to think about it. How many dots are on the card? And think about how you got there. Did you count by ones? Did you skip count? Did you group certain dots together to make it go quicker? Think about in your head how you figured out how many dots are on the card, okay? Now hold it up and thumbs up when you get it, when you figure out how many dots are on the card. We'll wait for everybody to get a thumbs up and take our time. Okay. So, Abigail, how many dots are on this card?
6.
6. Sage, what did you get?
6.
Inigo?
6.
Roman?
6.
Medina?
6.
Lily?
6.
Okay, so we all got 6. So, Abigail, can you come up and show me how you saw your 6? How did you realize there were 6 on this card?
Because I didn't count, but I knew it because I always knew that 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay, so do you want to show me the 3 that you saw? Great. Okay, did everybody see that? Abigail said that I found that there were 6 by 3 here and 3 here. And she said 3 plus 3 equals 6. So that's one strategy.
Could we stop a minute?
Yes, we can. I want to introduce you guys to Miss Strong.
Yes.
Absolutely. This is our special guest I told you was coming.
You see me all the time. I'm old hat. I'm old hat to you. Can somebody kind of bring me up to snuff with the kids?
Does anyone want to
tell me what's going on?
Does anyone want to tell Miss Strump what we just started doing?
I have no idea.
Sage, you want to tell her?
Miss Fidelli's showing us stock cards, and we have to guess the number that's on the card.
And how are we guessing those numbers that are on the card? Inigo?
By adding up and counting stuff.
And how do we show Miss Strump when we get the right answer?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, right? Because we don't call out our answers. We want to make sure that everyone has different strategies to get things. Right, boys and girls? Just like in our pattern blocks. You know how we had to make the hexagons? Some people put the yellow hexagon and that's how they made it. Other people did two red trapezoids, 6 green triangles, remember? We all did different strategies, but we got the right answer, right?
It's so cool because when you count by 2s, it comes up to the right number.
Right, so I'm going to have someone else show us that. That's right, Abigail. So Sage, I called on you. Do you want to show us how you got your 6? Because Abigail said, just a reminder, boys and girls, and tell Miss Strump too, that Abigail said she knew there were 6 on this card because there were 3 here and 3 here, and she said 3 plus 3 is 6. So Sage, show us how you figured out that there were 6 here.
Well, also 6 look like this, and also I counted by 2 like
Let
this.
me see it.
2, 4, 6.
Okay, so here's another strategy, boys and girls. Sage counted 2, 4, 6. So Sage, your math sentence would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. Okay, so we're going to draw both of those strategies on the board right here in different colors so we can remind ourselves that these are 2 ways we figured out the exact same problem. So Abigail, do you want to come up?
Yes.
Okay, so Abigail circled these 3 dots and these 3. So show us how you did that. So you looked at these 3 and then these. You can circle it right on the board. Yep. Okay, so this actually looks like you figured out that it was just 6. But you told me 3 plus 3, right?
Yeah.
So let's draw a line instead that looks like this, that gathers 3 on one side and then 3 on the other. There we go. Perfect. So here, group it like that. There we go. So do you guys see that?
Yeah.
We'll see what Abigail sits down. Thank you, honey.
Looks like a ladybug.
So, it kind of does look like a ladybug.
Oh,
so
no,
Abigail, that's perfect. So Abigail said, here's 3 right here in this one circle, and then here's another 3 in this circle. So Abigail told us the sentence was 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now Sage told us, mind if I Sage? Okay, Sage told us there was a circle around each 2, right? So draw those different circles around each 2. Perfect. Thanks, bud. Okay, so Sage's number sentence would look different than Abigail's. Medina, did you see how Sage did that?
Yeah.
What do you think his number sentence would look like?
2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6.
Awesome. Great job. Does everyone see how Medina got that? Thumbs up if you don't really see that, and we'll go over it. You all see that? Okay, great. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. That's another way to look at the same answer. So we're going to do this. That's a good example. So now that we're all set, we're going to do this with a bunch of different cool-looking designs and see if you guys are just as quick and just as good, okay? So the first one we're going to do, I'm going to hold up the same thing as before, boys and girls. We answer it quietly in our own heads and put our thumbs up when we're ready, and I'm going to wait till we're all ready. And then we're going to share our strategies. Ready? How many dots are on this card? Oh. Take your time. Okay, I see all thumbs. Roman, how many dots are on this card?
8.
8? Okay, how did you get 8? You want to come up and show me? Let's see.
I counted by 2s, but I saw that one was less.
Okay, come show me. Come point. Okay, so you counted by 2s.
Like 2, 4, 6, and then I just added one more, and it was 7.
Perfect, so you got 7, okay? Right, okay, so he said 8, right, but he just showed us that he actually got 7 because he did 2, 4, 6, and one more with 7. So that's a great strategy. So that's Roman's way of doing it. Thanks, bud. Okay, Inigo, you want to come up and show us how you figured out there were 7?
Well, I've seen the design before.
Great.
So I already knew that it was 7.
Where have you seen this design before?
Well, like in Dreambox.
Okay, cool.
Like showing us.
Yeah, one of the math programs.
And also I know that 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Perfect. Does everyone see that? That was Inigo's strategy. He took 4 plus 3 equals 7. So that's his number sentence. Great. Okay, so let's do another one. We're going to do 2 strategies on each one just so we get our minds going. Ready, boys and girls? Here's a tough one. Take your time. Medina, do you want to tell us how many dots are on this card?
10.
Great. You want to come up and show us? What do you think?
I counted by 2 because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Did you all see how Medina did that? So she counted by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So your sentence would be what? 2 plus...
Plus 2 plus 2 plus 2...
Good job.
Plus 2 equals 10. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, Lily, how did you figure out? How many dots do you think are on this card?
10.
10. Okay. How did you get that?
Because I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Great.
I got it from moving it, my finger, like doing
So,
2 at the same time.
2 at the same time you did?
And my...
That's awesome. Okay. So Lily's number sentence, she moved her finger up each one and then carried it around. So Lily's sentence would actually be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 because she counted all the ones, right? And figured out that there were 10 of them there as she moved around. And now last strategy for Abigail.
Oh, man.
It's okay. Well, do we have a few more to take?
I think 12 because I was...
Why do you think 12? Okay, stand over here.
Because I did 2, 4, 6, 8, I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
I see. Okay, so I think what happened with Abigail's version is that she put a bunch of different dots in different directions and may have double counted this set right here, right? Because you said 10, 12 on the same set of 2 dots. So that absolutely happens, especially with tricky designs like this. When you touch them, it makes it easier to see, just like Roman did. So when you get your streaks later, because you're going to do special ones later, you're going to be able to tell that there's different ways. And so, okay, everyone sit down. We have a few more to go. Take a seat. Ready?
Oh, sorry, honey.
What about this one? Okay, so everyone knows. Okay, Sage, come on up and show us how many dots do you think are on this card?
There's 10.
There's 10. Okay, how?
Because I know that this whole thing is 10. I mean 5, like this part, and this part is another 5, and I know 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Perfect. I love the way you explained that. Did everyone understand how Sage explained that?
One
at a time. One at a time. Roman, can you... Okay, so great. So can you explain what Sage said then, Roman, in your words? What do you think he said? You can sit there.
I knew that 5 plus 5 was 10.
And you saw what?
5 plus 5.
Right, because there was the 5 and another 5. Did anybody see this card differently, or did everyone think of it as 5 and another 5?
Me.
You saw it as 5 and another 5?
Yeah, you know what my strategy was?
Just so you can tell me.
Mine was like 5 plus 5, and in kindergarten when Mr. Lowe told me that 5, I went to my desk in Mr. Lowe's class and I counted and I said 5 and then I knew that 5.
Right, so 5 and 5, right. Even in Mr. Lowe class in kindergarten, you guys learned to start this. But can anyone tell me when you see these numbers, Lily, when you see numbers that look like this, what does it remind you of? How did you guys know so fast on this one that there was a 5 and another 5, and it took really a while to count the other ones? What was different about this card that made it easy? Lily, do you know?
Because I see those signs a lot.
Where do you see signs like this?
Sometimes on the dot cards we have.
The dot cards? Inigo, do you have another place you see signs like this?
But I also know it's split in half, so it's easier. And also, they're also on dice.
Exactly, dice. Doesn't this look like dice, boys and girls? It's harder. I just want you to put your hands down for 1 second. I just want you to compare something real quick. This is a lot trickier than this one is, right? Because there's no line down the middle, like Inigo said, so you can't really see that there's 2 sets of something that you can count. And this doesn't really look like something we've seen on our dice or our dot cards before, so it makes it harder. So, hold on, Abigail. Not right now. We'll talk more about these things right now, but I just want you guys to realize that these grouping strategies are what makes it so easy for us to count our dots, okay? So here's what we're going to do next. I want to show you guys something. I know, we all have so much to say. Don't worry, we're going to have so much time to do it on our own cards. And I'm so happy that you guys are so excited to share your strategies, because that's what math is all about. And math is supposed to be sharing strategies with each other, right? We help each other out by showing each other different ways to think about things. So when we go back to our desks, what I want you guys to do is to look at this piece of paper that I'm going to be giving you that looks like this. It's your own little dot cards, basically. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you an example of what the first one would look like. Do you notice anything about this page right here, guys? What is different about this page than the ones that we just looked at? Medina?
They're like different shapes.
There are different shapes, but what about how many shapes there are? Does anyone see that?
Oh, this is...
Are they all different?
No.
They're not, right?
They're like in a row, and like they're all the same on like straight lines.
Right, okay. So what I want you guys to do with a page like this when you get it is to figure out 3 different ways that you can group the same exact dot pattern, just like we were doing here. Each one of us contributed, take a seat, Abigail. Each one of us contributed a different way to solve the problem. So here, we're going to circle in 3 different ways, the different ways we can circle to figure out how many dots exist in each one of these patterns. And we just said something, right? They're all the same across. So you already know once you do one how many dots there are, but I want you to figure out a different way to show me. So we're going to do an example right here of this one, if this was on our card. So let's see.
Those dot cards are in my homework.
Yes, they are. Okay, boys and girls, so this is what it would look like if this one was on the same sheet of paper that you guys are getting. So Miss Sally's going to show the way I think about it first, and then I'm going to call two of you up to show me how you think about this. So if I was looking at this, I might say the first way I see this is to group it like this. I see 2 dots here, I see 3 dots here, and I see another 2 dots here.
That's my way.
So, great. So that's a great way. So Miss Sally's sentence would say 2 plus 3 plus
2
equals how many?
7.
2 plus 3 plus 2 equals 7.
Because if you take if you take those 2 at the top and put it like right here and take another 2 at the bottom and make 4, and then one of the cards and take the 3 and put it next our other card would make 7.
Exactly. Right. So exactly. So let's see. So you can break this up in different ways to help you with your number sentence. So just to make it clear for everyone, this 2 up here that I circled is the same as this